Hello, Capricorn. This is your spiritual bestie, Ciara. Jeez Louise, come on, baby. Get cool now. Sorry, Capricorn. Okay, my dog wanted to sit right next to me right at the start of the video. So, hello, Capricorn. This is your spiritual bestie, Ciara. I'm here to do a reading for, I like to call it the second quarter of 2025. So, this reading is going to be for April, May, and June. So we can get some clarity, right? So we can get some guidance. I want to start off by saying that this is a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and it's a general reading. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Other than that, let's get started because I have so much to talk about. All right, let's get into it. All right, for Capricorn, I'm going to start with my Wisdom Oracle deck. For an overall energy for the next 3 months for April, May, and June, second quarter. All right, so Spirit, for April, May, June, for Capricorn, what do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of at this time? Overall energy for those months. All right. Truth be told, I love Truth Be Told. I think it's a beautiful card here. We're going to put it like that. So it does say 1111. So some of you could be seeing 1111 a lot, right? Being very intuitive, might be very, very connected with spirit at this time. You also have fork in the road at the bottom, which I find very interesting. So you could be stuck between a decision to make a decision. You might be evaluating, right, what your truth looks like. I think I mentioned it last time, but on the inside of this little owl here, there's little like yes, no, maybes. So it does feel like at this time there is a need to just kind of sit with yourself, get the truth about a matter, because you might be feeling a little stuck in a situation. And that might be why Fork in the Road came in for you, Capricorn. But we'll get some more clarity because I am excited, you know. It's 2025. I feel like this is going to be the year of the earth signs, okay? So we're going to be rocking it. All right. Oh, and I'm so sorry. It's 14, not 1111. But some of you could actually be seeing 1111 or 111. It might be really connected with your intuition. But you could be seeing 1414 or 444. But for Truth Well Told, the key words for it is honesty. Baby, they stole the show with just the first word, honesty. I'm hearing you need to be honest with yourself about a situation. That might be why you have that fork in the road. I'm hearing trying to decide between your emotions versus your logical, Capricorn. Like almost like you want to make a decision, but you're like, but my emotions say this. Like, but I feel this way, but my mind is like, no, like it should go this way. I don't know, that's a little bit of something I'm hearing. But anyway, it says honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial. Yes, coming out of denial. The willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. I love it. I love it. There is a need to have clear, concise boundaries. That's what I'm hearing. Clear, concise boundaries, clear, concise communication at this time. So your second quarter is going to be all about being clear, having clarity in producing that, right? So we'll talk more about what's going on for you for the rest of the month. We are going to pull the oracle card for each month, and then we'll break it down with some tarot. All right, so for the month of April, let's get, what do I want to use? I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So I'm going to use my light oracle deck here for April. All right, so for April, for Capricorn, what do they need to know? Ooh. Transformation, I love it. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing, I love that. So you are going to be, I feel like, experiencing some deep healing at this time, Capricorn. You might be feeling very connected to spirit. I'm hearing praying about your healing. Some of you might be praying for your healing, your body, praying that everything is good, everything is well for the month of April. But I'm hearing all is well, first and foremost, Capricorn. But there is this transformation happening. And maybe that's why Truth Be Told, it's coming up, because there's a need for you to look into a situation. I'm hearing evaluate, so you can make those changes on a cellular level. But you know what else I heard with the Truth Well Told and the transformation together? I heard that some of you could be feeling sick. Okay, now don't shoot the messenger, y'all, okay? I'm hearing that a situation might be making you feel sick. You know how when things are tough, right, hard, and you're like, almost you feel sick, right? You're like, I have to do this, I have to do that. You know, I'm stressing out. You know, I have so much to do. This person put me in this predicament, and now I'm stressed out. I don't know what to do. And like, I'm feeling almost 9 of Swords energy. And I think that's why Truth Be Told is there, is because it's needing you to evaluate something. I'm getting like, there's a need for you to, I was going to say take your emotions out of the situation, but I don't think that's necessary. I think even your emotions are valid and are going to be part of the process of figuring out what to do. I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm giving an example, have a best friend, right? We're like sisters, but she has this bad habit of constantly putting me down, berating me, belittling me. And it's gotten to a point where when I'm not around her, I feel relieved, right? I feel great. Like I feel, and you know how like when you finish like talking to somebody and then like, you know, you go home and you practice what you're going to say next time. Like, oh, you know, next time you're like, I'm not going to let her say this. I'm going to tell her this. I don't like the way you've been talking to me. And, you know, but when it happens, you still don't do it. I'm getting a little bit of that energy, Capricorn, of like a situation happening, and people keep like people, place, thing or entity even, they're stepping on your toes a little bit. And I'm hearing like almost like you're biting your lip not to say ouch or stop. So there is a need for you to kind of take yourself like, and this is what I mean by your emotions are valid and they will come to play. Because even though you love your friend, right? But using my example again, your emotions are telling you, hey, this person is not good for you. She makes you feel this way. You need to acknowledge it. You need to talk about it. And you need to be honest, right? Honesty. Anyway, I've rambled plenty. Let's keep going. All right, for the month of May for Capricorn, using my Animal Oracle deck. Now, for the month of May for Capricorn, just one, please, Spirit. Oh, this is fun. I'm getting excited all of a sudden. I'm feeling like a rush of energy. Like, I don't know. Also, this photo here of this woman, she looks so divine and goddess-like. I feel like almost like there's a little bit of Empress energy. Sorry. Oof. Empress energy coming in with you, Capricorn, where you're literally going to be going through a transformation that's just going to make you feel like royalty. Anyway, for May, please, one card. Okay, starfish. Oh, I love that. And it says 59 here. It says starfish, open to infinite possibility. Skunk spirit at the bottom, know your worth. Yes, yes, yes. So I definitely feel like April is going to be a month where you're going to have to evaluate and let things go. I'm hearing like changes, right? Shifts, letting things go that no longer serve you, to allow things that do serve you to come in, right? And then for the month of May, you're just going to be basking in that Empress glow that I was mentioning, right? You're going to be like basking in your royalty glow, and being open to infinite possibility, and knowing that you can have infinite possibilities. Like it's not out of reach for you. All right, for the month of June for Capricorn. One card, please. All right. A time to give rather than to take. New moon in Virgo. Lucky's on your side, though. New moon in Sagittarius. So you are going to be feeling probably a little lucky, but I'm also getting prosperous. You know, I'm seeing a plant in my head. I don't know if it's all this greenery and the flowers here and everything is beautiful. But I'm getting a little bit of like plants blooming, right? Plants blooming and transforming. And becoming like almost like a vine, producing buds and flowers, going into a bloom. So I feel like for the next 3 months, you're going through a transformation that is going to allow you to elevate and bloom. That's what I'm getting. You're going to be hitting your blooming season soon, Capricorn. And I love that. I feel like the warmer the sun gets, the more you're going to bloom. All right, let's get into some tarot. I am using my Marvel tarot deck. All right, so for the month of April for Capricorn, what is their overall energy? The Wheel of Fortune. I love that. Some of you also could be friends with the Sagittarius, because the Wheel of Fortune, I think, is a Sagittarian card. I believe. If I'm wrong, reply back, like comment below that I'm crazy and I'm wrong. But we'll get into some more clarity. I just want to get all the cards out. All right, so Capricorn, for overall energy for the month of May for Capricorn. Okay. 4 of Wands. Okay. Oh, that's a celebration. I like that. Okay. And then lastly, overall energy for the month of June for Capricorn. What are they going to be looking like in June? Uh-oh, some flipped. 3 of Coins. You know, it's so funny. I shuffled my decks before starting. Interesting. 5 of Wands on the bottom. Okay. Just wanted to say that. So we'll talk about that in a minute too. But I shuffled my cards, my Clarity deck, which we will be using soon. And I kept getting the 3 of Pentacles. It kept coming up over and over again for you, Capricorn. So some of you could be in a very like teamwork, collaborative based time, you know, getting your ducks in a row. I'm hearing, you know, growing a business. Sorry. Be collaborating, growing a business, you know, doing some work on your passions, right? 3 of Pentacles is a card of, yes, you're putting your work on a pedestal, but it is a card of collaboration, teamwork, team building, or building something even. So you could be really putting in the work and the time and the effort to build something that's going to be, hello, 10 of Pentacles here, could be of legacy and in long-term status and long-term stability, financial wealth and abundance, which I absolutely love. So anyway, I also wanted to talk about this 5 of Wands on the bottom here with the original deck from Marvel. 5s in the tarot always represents shifts, changes, right? Changes in a different direction. Wands is usually like entrepreneur, passionate energy. It is the card of more like career, passion, drive, a go-getter energy, so to speak. So you might be shifting and changing either. I'm getting almost like a shift or a change by the end of these 3 months, by the end of June. You could be getting it before then. Like I said, time is, you know, it's fluid. So everyone's on different time frames. I'm just reading the energies of the cards here. But with the 5 of Wands, it feels like there might be a shift or change regarding a passion project, a desire, or a job, right? But let's see. Let's get into it. Sorry, I'm also trying to remember exactly what the 5 of Wands look like in my head, like the original deck 5 of Wands, because the 5 of Wands is a very particular, sometimes you can get stuff from that. Oh, it is also a card of conflict. That's right. 5 of Wands is like conflict, but I also take it as like interning, right? Training, or like kind of things being a little difficult or things shifting, but you're learning something from the process. I definitely am getting growth and learning something from the process. So anyway, let's get into it, yeah? So for Capricorn, the Wheel of Fortune is your overall energy for the month of April. I absolutely love it, Capricorn. I love it. The Wheel of Fortune is a beautiful card to be in. It is a card of luck, of fortune, of things shifting in your favor, right? The one thing about the Wheel of Fortune that I think we don't talk about enough is the Wheel of Fortune is literally a wheel. I'm laughing, but it's a wheel, right? And the thing is, it's constantly turning, right? Sometimes it's good fortune, sometimes it's bad fortune, sometimes it's good omens, sometimes it's bad omens. But you can't think of it as bad fortune, bad omens in the sense of it's doom or gloom. You're learning something, growing from those lessons learned, right? That's kind of what I'm getting, is there is lessons to be learned and you're learning from them. But with the Wheel of Fortune, though, overall energy, whenever the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it is a card of your fortune changing, your luck is changing. And we also did get that card about luck on your side on the bottom of the Moonology deck. So you might be feeling very, very lucky and intuitive at this time in April, Capricorn, which I love, I love. So let's clarify it. Why the Wheel of Fortune, overall energy in April for Capricorn? Ooh, I got two, so I'll take both. So interesting, though, we got the Tower at the bottom. You know, towers can talk about things shifting, changing. Oh, my God. Okay, we'll talk about these cards soon, but this is what you got, okay? I don't want to hide that from you. Anyway, you have the Tower at the bottom, okay? Towers can talk about a change, a shift, right? Can talk about things moving in a new direction. Tower is also the card of something abruptly ending. I'm almost getting like a little bit of like losing your bearings or like not having your bearings. But the Tower does talk about like your bearings feeling, you know, it's like your foundation shifting. It can be very overwhelming, honestly. It feels like your world, your complete world has shifted and turned upside down. But I feel like for you, it's in a good way. Wheel of Fortune, right? Things are changing. Your fortune is changing. This is amazing. The fact that both of these came out. So like I said, you could be seeing 111 or 1010. I don't know if I said 1010, but now I'm saying 1010. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune also is a 10. So you could be seeing a lot of 1010 Capricorn, but I absolutely love this for you. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, as you can see, and the 10 of Cups. I almost like, I wanted to kiss the screen, okay, Capricorn? That's amazing energy. 10 of Cups is happiness. I also like to call it the happiness or like fortune after difficulty. It is very much the rainbow after the rain, right? And the fact that you got the Wheel of Fortune tells me that you are in a very fortunate time. You are shifting and changing. You are literally becoming the rainbow after that rain, after that stormy time. With the Ace of Pentacles, that's an offer. That's abundance, that's manifestation, that's opportunity. Could be a new career. For some of you, this could be an internship or working under a mentor or you being a mentor. I'm getting like being able to tap into your skills that only you were good at, right? I'm saying that whatever you're good at, you might be good at a skill that not everyone else is good at, right? For instance, if you do hair, right? And like you're really good at curly hair specifically. So you are known as being a curly hair specialist, right? Not everybody can do that. Not all stylists are trained or understand curly hair like that. You know what I mean? It's a very almost niche trait or niche talent. I'm getting that you're going to be able to make something new. So a new venture, prosperity, right? The thing about the Ace of Pentacles is the Ace of Pentacles, this is what I'm getting in my head. Someone handing you that large pentacle, some money, stability, and opportunity. And then they're saying, go and make something from it. I feel like this is an investment. Could be a gift, a money gift, someone helping you out. Someone could be a Sagittarius, actually. I mentioned because there was a lot of Sagittarian energy. But there could be someone just wanting to help you out or invest in you. And because they want to see you happy. They want to see you succeed. And of course, I'm getting that you're going to invest this wisely, right, in the month of April, where you're going to be able to really put money back into not only your pocket, but your support, your relationships. Because 10 of Cups is not just you, but it's community, right? It's a blissful community. It can be a divine love, a divine union even. For some of you, you know what I'm getting? For some of you, if you're in a relationship, I'm getting like someone offering to like pay for your wedding or your honeymoon. That's what I got. I just got that right now. Like some of you could be worried about finances or how you're going to pay for your wedding, or like being like, oh, like we're having a wedding, but we're not going to be able to have a honeymoon. And I see someone stepping up and being able to help pay for it, or wanting to like, I'm just hearing, I want to see you happy. Or even classes. For some of you, you could be wanting to take classes, right? Wanting to, like, let's say you're a business owner, right? And business has not been booming. So you decided to take a course on business or marketing, right? Or anything really, whatever you think might help your specific niche, right? Your specific niche, your specific talent. And I'm just getting that you're going to be able to take that money and invest in yourself and really put yourself back on, I'm hearing back on the winning team, on the winning side. You've never left the winning side, but you may have felt like you haven't been on the winning side, or you haven't been, I'm hearing you might have felt like you haven't been winning in life, right? You haven't been doing well, but you're going to be put back on the winning side, or feeling like you're on the winning side. All right, let's get into May for you, Capricorn. So for May, you have open to infinite possibilities. Oh, I want to also talk about with that April, with the transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. I feel like you've done your healing, and I think that this is almost the universe blessing you for the healing, the time you've taken, right, to connect with them and heal yourself and get yourself grounded. I'm definitely getting a lot of High Priestess energy. So you could also be talking to someone who I'm hearing has seen you through your situation. I was gonna say trauma, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to say trauma, but you could be talking to a friend, a family member, someone who you've grown close to, I should say. Could be a potential relationship, potential lover, right? But I'm getting you telling them about your situation and them wanting to help you and invest in you because they want to see you happy. They want to see you succeed, right? I'm hearing they want to give you a leg up. Anyway, so for the month of May, you got open to infinite possibilities, and you got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a card of celebration. It is literally reaching a finish line, reaching a completion. I also see that as another like community-based card as well. Four of Wands can be a marriage. So it's kind of funny that I brought up marriage over here. I just realized that. Four of Wands can be a marriage, a harmony. Could not even just a marriage, but a union of sorts, right? You meeting your best friend and you guys just connecting. You meeting your soulmate and y'all are just connecting. You meeting your business partner and you both are just connected on that level, right? So for the month of May, there is going to be a completion, a celebration. I'm hearing a branching of something new, right? So you could be doing something new by May. If we're going with that whole business opportunity, right? Someone wanting to invest in you for something, the business is going to be opened up in May, or getting ready to be opened up in May, or planning for it. But Four of Wands is a big completion, right? And it is a card of celebration, and also it is a card of a harvest, right? Reaping the benefits from something that you've done and reaching a completion to be able to go to that next era, that next level. Let's clarify it. Why the Four of Wands for May for Capricorn? Okay, Seven of Cups. Sorry, I'm gonna get it in a minute. I was trying to get a second card out since we're doubling up anyway. All right, one more, please. All right, okay, that one flipped. Five of Cups. Okay, let me fix that. Interesting though, you have the Lovers on the bottom. Okay, trying to make it where it's like not all sloppy. Okay, I think that's gonna be my best bet here. There we go. Okay, so Seven of Cups and then the Five of Cups. That's so interesting. Okay, so with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups can talk about an illusion, right? Can talk about it is a dreamy energy. Can talk about dreams, illusions. There's a little bit of that dreamy energy here. Like I said, she reminds me of the High Priestess. It's a little bit of water energy here. Now, with the Seven of Cups, it can also talk about opportunities, wishful thinking. I'm also getting a little bit of like planning. Seven of Cups can also be like searching for something, searching for purpose. I'm getting someone who's deep diving into maybe their purpose, right? Their goals, and you're searching for who you're meant to be. But I'm also getting that you might be doing with this Five of Cups, you might be doing some reminiscing, right? Five of Cups can talk about like regret, like failure, feeling disappointment, feeling grief, right? I don't feel like that's what this Five of Cups is saying for you right now, though. With the Lovers, I'm getting almost like because the Lovers is on the bottom here, which is so interesting. This is what I'm getting, Capricorn. I'm getting like, you could be mourning a loss, but I don't think it's a mourning of a loss. How do I put this? It feels like an evaluation, right? Of love, of what you're wanting out of love, what you're allowing in love. You could also be open to more opportunities when it comes to love. Seven of Cups can also be like spoiled for choice, receiving options and opportunities. I'm also getting a little bit of like you being afraid that something's going to happen the way something happened in the past, right? But I don't think that's going to happen because you have the Four of Wands, right? That is a completion, a celebration. But I feel like there's a little bit of lingering of you reminiscing about the past, maybe even confronting your past, right? Confronting what that looks like. What does your past look like? How it made you feel, things of that nature. But I'm definitely getting a card of, because especially with the truth be told, that is a card of honesty, of truth. I like to see it as a card of evaluation, right? It is a card of getting out of denial and seeing something for what it is. Five of Cups kind of works for that, because Five of Cups is, so the story of the Five of Cups is this person has lost this taste for wine. They loved wine. They drank wine all the time, and now they've lost their taste for it. Now they're mourning the wine that's being spilled, even though they don't enjoy it anymore, even though it doesn't resonate with them anymore. So instead of seeing these two cups behind them with water, this bridge behind them to the castle, instead of them seeing all of these unhidden, I think this is the one right here, baby, unhidden opportunities open to infinite possibilities. I think what's happening is there's something that you can't see that might be hidden or you feel is hidden from you. That's what I'm getting with this Five of Cups. I feel like you're missing something. You're going to figure it out with the Seven of Cups because you're searching, you're going through and you're evaluating these cups, right? But don't get stuck in daydreaming, or don't get stuck on one cup. That's what I'm getting. You might be on one cup and be like, you stay too long, right? You already know it. Like from the first sip of the cup, you know that it's not for you, but you're still trying to see if it's for you, even though you knew right away it wasn't, right? There's a need for you to release and move on and let go. But I think with this Five of Cups here, you're focused on things that may not be working, the disappointment or things of the past that may have hurt you in the beginning of this, right? That may have hurt either earlier this year, end of last year, even end of 2024. And I feel like you're reconciling with it, and I feel like you're acknowledging it. But the thing is, don't miss these Two of Cups and these opportunities. The Five of Cups isn't exactly about this, but I think it should be. Is that it's hidden opportunities that we're not seeing because we're stuck in our grief and our heartbreak, and we're not seeing the bigger picture. There's a need for you to really see the bigger picture. I'm hearing like bird's eye view. And you know, it's so funny with the Seven of Cups, you see how they're kind of like standing and they're kind of far back and they're seeing everything, and it's like they're surveying everything. That's what I'm getting, Capricorn. There's a need for you to sit back and survey. But I'm also hearing like, because Seven of Cups can talk about illusions or feeling like, can talk about like illusions, wishful thinking, choices needing to even be made. But I'm getting for you, Capricorn, don't stay stuck on a choice that you know is not for you, that's not even of your vibration anymore. And also, don't let an illusion stop you in your tracks or keep you like, what am I hearing? Don't let an illusion distract you. These three spilled cups are also a distraction, Capricorn. I'm hearing, yes, release, right? Deep healing, right? In April. Release and let that go, though, when you can. I know it's easier said than done. Sometimes I even have moments where I'm grieving something that I thought I was over with. Grieving is not a straightforward process. It is a come and go. It is a flow. And one thing I've learned about grieving is it's always best to just acknowledge it and let yourself feel what you need to feel. So that way you can release it and let it go. Because every time you say, I shouldn't feel that way. No, like I won't feel that way. I won't even think about that person. I won't think about that situation. You're not allowing yourself time to grieve and mourn so you can see the opportunities that are lurking behind the surface. Okay? Anyway. For some of you, don't shoot the messenger, okay? For some of you, you could be in a marriage or a relationship where someone has been putting up illusions. I'm hearing they're all talk, no actions. They've either been lying to you. I'm hearing going through their phone. I'm not trying to be that person, but that's kind of what I'm getting. And you know what? If you're in love and y'all are great, please, this ain't for you. But I'm getting a little bit of showy energy, like, oh, like I got you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do this for you. But they're not showing up, right? They're leaving you with the mess, actually, with these 3 cups spilled. You're having to clean up the mess. You're not actually getting anything or reaping the benefits of a relationship. If anything, it's more harder on you, more taxing on you. For some of you, okay, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I'm just getting that you might be finding out some information regarding a marriage or a relationship or something. Or you could even be a third party. For some of you, you could be like a cousin and you see your cousin's husband out with another woman or another man, someone else, right? And you're like, do I tell my cousin? I know this is like super random, but that's what I'm getting right now. So there is a little bit of like unknown information being revealed that makes you maybe feel some type of way. I don't know. That's the other message I'm getting. Let's move on. I've talked long enough. All right. So for the month of June for Capricorn, 3 of Pentacles. Like I've already mentioned what it's about. It is teamwork, collaboration, right? Building something. I'm hearing like building a platform, building a legacy. So let's see. So time to give rather than to take. So you might be building something or giving your time. I'm hearing giving advice. You know what I just got? I got you, if we're going through that, I don't know, if we're going with that cousin analogy of like you finding out like the cousin's husband's been cheating and you tell your cousin. I'm getting someone who's spending time with someone who's sad. Or you could be sad. I'm hearing recuperation. I know the 3 of Pentacles is not that at all. But it almost feels like your recuperation is you giving yourself your time to things that matter. Almost like a distraction, right? Like whenever you're sad or upset, instead of wallowing, you're giving your time, your space to your girlfriends, right? Spending time with your friends, spending time with your dog, spending time with, you're giving out your energy so it can come back to you. I'm getting ebb and flow. Anyway, sorry, I just thought about that. Anyway, 3 of Pentacles, though, is not technically that energy. It is a card of building blocks, building something, building a platform, collaborating and teamwork, right? And it's usually in the work or financial sense. All right, so why the 3 of Pentacles for Capricorn for June? Interesting. Got the King of Wands. One more, please, for June. Interesting. And we got the Hanged One. I hope all of that is going to be in the... I have to check to see if it's actually... Oh, you got the 6 of Wands at the bottom. That is a victory. I absolutely love that. So we're going to shift everything over. Sorry, Capricorn. All right. Hopefully you see all of it, kind of. And we'll move this one out the way so it can actually kind of do this instead. Okay, kind of. So we got the, here we'll do this. We'll kind of like double them up so they can kind of be in the same area and not be, that's a little bit better. Yes, I like that better. Okay. All right, Capricorn. So you got the King of Wands and the Hanged One. King of Wands is the entrepreneur card, right, in the tarot. He is the leader, the CEO, the visionary. And with the Hanged One, it's the Hanged One is a standstill energy, but it's a knowledgeable energy. The Hanged One does have plenty of knowledge and wisdom, but no action, right? He is also a card of changing your perspective, getting a new perspective, getting up, getting into action. But it can be a card of surrender. So it's kind of interesting. You might be collaborating with someone who is, I'm hearing like an invisible CEO, not really invisible, but like someone who wants to help you, but in the background, right? They don't want to take action. They want to advise you, right? They want to give you the advice, but they don't want to be in your pudding. I hope that makes sense, Capricorn. They want to be there helping you, but they don't want to be the person to take action or take over. That's what I'm getting. So you could also be just standing up in that leadership role, really kind of taking time to really think about how you want to move about things. I will say this, don't be afraid to take action in the month of June, but you could also be deciding to hang out or to be careful in the month of June. The Hanged One is not a terrible card. It is a card of needing to, allow change to happen and to release and to move forward, because it is a standstill card. But I feel like for you in June, I'm getting a little bit of hermit mode, especially with the new moon in Virgo, because hermit is the major arcana for Virgo. I'm getting a little bit of hermit energy, that you could be feeling a little isolated, a little, wanting to take care of yourself. I'm getting someone who's thinking a lot about what they want and reevaluating, because that also can be a card of, I would say, reevaluating, getting some wisdom, some knowledge, even connecting with spirit even. You could be co-creating with spirit. I'm also hearing vivid dreams in June. You could be having vivid dreams. But this is what's happening for you, Capricorn. This was such an interesting reading. But there is a victory, right? You have the 6 of Wands at the bottom. There is a victory here. Whatever this is, there is a victory. Don't be afraid to make a choice or make a decision or move forward in a direction. So some of your major arcana cards here, you have the Hanged One and you also have the Wheel of Fortune. So I think these are both great cards. Wheel of Fortune is a fast-paced, action-based, I was going to say sexy, fierce card. Hanged One is a more reserved, quiet, sacrifice, inner peace, well, inner knowledge, I should say, type of card. So maybe you're mixing the two, right? Maybe you start off hot and then you're like, okay, let me really think about this. But with the King of Wands here, I don't think you're going to stay still for long. I think it's more like you're getting your knowledge, you're gaining your knowledge. You know what I'm getting? Taking night classes or working on something at night while you're working during the day for some of you. Anyway, I hope this message resonated, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, baby. Love to see you join the channel. Love to see you join my community that I'm growing slowly but surely. Our spiritual bestie community. But other than that, I do hope you have a great second quarter of 2025. And I'll see you in my next reading, my love. Bye.